Good morning, everyone. The Sheriff of Tippingham, Simon Holden here, bright and early on Tuesday, the 26th of July. It is Goodwood Day 1. And if you didn't see yesterday's video, then I have a very exciting Goodwood Special, which means for 5 days, and day 1 is ready now. The big Lucky 15 is ready now. You can have 5 Lucky 15s, one a day, for £10 at the top link, and we're going to go for it at Goodwood. Big style. I'll be there tomorrow and Thursday, but today be watching it on the old Jack and Ellie and roaring them on. So please do get involved. It really is one of the most exciting weeks, and the bets are there. We'll have a look at the Goodwood markets in a minute. First, I've got a bet for you at Yarmouth. Bit of a leap of faith bet. Now, big thumbs up. Please give me the thumbs up if you're in HFC Club. A most extraordinary run of HFC Club bets. 40-1 placed on Saturday. We had a winner at 9-4 on Sunday. So you get one free bet. If you watch these videos, you're not in HFC Club, click the link. You will start today with a bet up at Beverley. And yesterday, precisely, given it 11-4, bright and early, did the business at 9-4 at Foss Lass. So HFC Club is the home of big price winners, the home of big price selections. Others make claims, we make profits. So get yourself in the most exciting club and the fastest growing racing and betting club in the UK. It's Simon Holden's HFC Club, and it's free to join. Now, YouTube, I'm going to give you this bet, and then we'll have a little look at the Goodwood markets. 320 at Yarmouth. This is not a great race. Let me flag that up. But I do think there's an interesting leap of faith bet. What's a leap of faith bet? New viewers ask. It's where we have to take things on trust, but these are all big prices, and we've had tremendous success with them in the last 2 years. Now, you don't take leap of faith bets at short prices. You need everything there, but if it's a bigger price, you can take a chance. And I want to take a chance here in this Class 6 1 mile 2. 10 runners got a post at Yarmouth at the seaside. I won't go through it because we've got other stuff to do, but the bet is each way number 10, limited ability. Let's hope it has got more than that. And it's not an apt name. Number 10, limited ability. Benoit de la Salle has been booked by Marco Botti. This one, first time in a handicap. I wouldn't be surprised if significant improvement on what it's done before. You can get 14-1 as a standout price with Bet365. You can get 11-1 with Betfred. 11-1 with Paddy Powers, 10-1 pretty much across the board after. If you can get that 14s, take it. If this is off and my theory is right, this is not going to go 14-1 this afternoon. So it is the 320. It's a leap of faith, LOF, and it's each way number 10, limited ability. Benoit de la Salle, I think it's very interesting. He's been booked by Marco Botti. He still takes £5 off. And at level weights, he's as good as any of these jockeys anyway. So why book him if it's not off? Is my theory. So 320 at Yarmouth. It's limited ability. It's number 10. Get that 14s if you can. Right, Goodwood. Day 1 bets are there. Let's have a look through this card. It starts at 150 with a Coral Chesterfield Cup handicap. I thought Goodwood was twin with Chesterfield, if I'm being harsh, which I am. 18 got a post, Class 2. Great race to start the festival. 1 mile 2. Just Fine is the jolly at 11-2. That's Ryan Moore for the Queen. Brilliant Light is second favourite. That's the Boys in Blue, Godolphin. So interesting at the top of the market there, Royal owners. We have some dear old faves you'll know, like Soto Sizzler, Lord Protector, Kenzai Warrior, Pavlicino for Brian Mean, who's got to get back from a bad run last time. And some firms here, Skybet and William Hill, just flag this up if you can get on and go in 7 places. Bet365 6, Paddy Power 6. Now, I say this often on big weeks. When they want your business and they offer bad value for them, but good value for punters, do avail yourselves if you can. And I can see a lot of bookmakers are taking out adverts for bonuses, cashbacks if second, new account bonuses, blah, blah, blah. These big weeks, they want your business, and they will bet over the odds to get it. So as punters, you've got to be awake to it and, get everything you can out of these people. Then it's the 225. It's the Vintage Stakes over 7 furlongs. Holloway Boy, the once race impressive winner, is the favourite. We've got Mysterious Night for Godolphin and the Unbeaten Dear My Friend, which is Franny Norton for Charlie and Mark Johnston. So that's an interesting race, and the market's not really settled down in that, but Holloway Boy, very impressive on debut for Carl Burke. When he beat our horse, Purling Path, he was first time out of 40s. We were on the second at 80s, so I still have slight resentment towards the horse, but he didn't know what we were doing. So he comes here after winning on debut at Ascot. Sure to be popular in a fascinating 7 furlong race. Then it's the Lennox, 7 furlongs. Sacred, first time out, last time at Ascot. He's the jolly there, 2-1. We've got Luzail for Richard Hand, who's been a bit disappointing this year. You got Kinross, Dettori booked. Very short retirement for Dettori. Won it on break from Gosden to be back in business already. Sandrine, there's been money for. Pogo, there's been money for. Typical, extremely competitive 7 furlong horse. You've got handicappers stepping up, and you've got quality horses sort of meeting and merging at 7 furlongs. Fascinating race. We then come to the race of the day, the Goodwood Cup. Kyprios, who's successful at Ascot, he takes on Trushan and Stradivarius. Now, this is going to be an absolute belter of a race, but it's not just a 3-horse. There's other horses like Coltrane, Princess Zoe, away he goes. Thunderous for Johnston's, who's a big price at 66, isn't a little word for that up north. Now, I was lucky to talk to Alan King at Newmarket a couple of weeks ago. Great guy, Alan King, and asked him about Trushan. And so, yeah, it's one of the great handicap performances to win the Pitman's Derby off, just a mega weight. And he told me that he thought the horse would run well, but he was, I won't use the adjective, something surprised. So, yeah, fantastic. And now Trushan's backing Group 1 company, taking on the mighty Stradivarius. And Stradivarius, this time, is ridden by Andrea Azzini. Frankie has not retained the ride, so that's going to be interesting. 410 is the Nicholson Gin handicap. I suspect many people there will be on the old sponsors product. Celsius, he's the fave. We backed him last time. He's up in the weights now. You got Dusky Lord challenging him for favoritism. Lord Ridderford, there's a word for him, Moulton, all the way down to Ornate and Duke of Firenze. I'm mentioning Duke of Firenze. He is now 13 years old and ran 3 days ago. Let's hope that Duke of Firenze is, if he can't win, that they do the right thing, because he seems to be having a lot of races. He's now 13. And I'm sure Connections and the trainer will look after him. But I don't know, 13. Major festival after running 3 days ago. It doesn't really sit well with me, but there you go. 445 is a maiden. Now, the interesting thing about Goodwood, of course, is you do get these maidens. They've got 5 days to fill. So unlike other flat festivals, you will get these maidens. Mischief Magic, favourite for Godolphin, but been on the drift overnight. Chartwell House runs in this. Supreme King for Ryan Moore. All the way down to some big prices like Corporate Raider at 80s. No News at 50s, an unraced horse who I heard about a while ago, trained by Richard Hughes. So he makes his debut finally here. That should be an interesting maiden. Maybe not one to be betting too heavily in, but certainly one to get the old notebook out, because there will be winners come out of that. 520 is a fillies handicap over a mile. It's a class 3 event. Impressive winner last time. Crystal Caprice has been well backed. He's the jolly old favourite with Ryan Moore in the plate. Breaking Light with Holly Doyle, and then King's Joy with Frankie are the next 2 in the betting. So that's going to be an interesting race all the way down to, we have a non-runner, Eponina. Gold Haze is now the outsider at 125 to 1. You got Will Buick riding a big outsider, Flame of of Freedom. That's going to be an interesting fillies handicap. And what seems like an eternity, 8-race card ends at 5-6, 5.55 in old money with another fillies handicap. This over 6 furlongs, a class 3 sprint. How many got a post here? 12 runners got a post with Kimmy Grace and Ryan Moore. And it's funny, at the start of the year, Ryan Moore had his critics. Now he's riding winners left, right, and up the centre. Everybody is saying, oh, I've always been a huge Ryan Moore fan. And Frankie's copping all the stick. That's life. That's racing. And he's got an enviable book of rides this week, and he rides Kimmy Grace. Kidwar, ridden by Jim Crowley, who did you see Crowley on Saturday? Absolute horror ride on that favourite in the second. He needs to have a good week, I would suggest. He's got a big chance on Kidwar. You got Harry Davis, one of the most improved jockeys riding this year. He's on the third favourite, Crazy Look. He'll have his supporters this week. And you have Lovely Breeze with the Doyler, who bet 365. I'm not tipping this horse. I'm just passing on this. Lovely Breeze is around 11s, 12s across the board, except Bet365. They must have some sort of promotion on this race. They go 16-1. I'm not tipping the horse. I'm saying if you personally fancy Lovely Breeze number 3 for Hugo Palmer, I'd take that 16s. You've got Love Me Like a Rock for Charlie Hills and Kieran Schumacher. That's at 10-1. This is a market that has been really, really busy overnight with prices going up and down. I've just told you one that was 16s, 12s. You've got Kidwar for Haggis. It's a bit uneasy. And I really think it's one of those markets that will mature as the afternoon goes on. But do keep the odds checker on if you do fancy one and you see somebody having one of these promotions. I know some firms like Betfred can often go between 11 and 11.15, things like that. Hills, if you do fancy one, swoop when you see the biggest price. Right, that gives you a flavour of Goodwood. I'm going to be there tomorrow and Thursday, but I'll do the show from here tomorrow morning and then we'll set off. So looking forward to it. Let's have a big day one. If you're not involved, get involved with me now. £10 for 5 big each way lucky 15s. It's Goodwood. You've got to go for prices. No short price jollies from me. It's big prices. And I'll tell you why. Because I am. HOLDENS. Horses.